So his grandma would kill his pet dogs, then adopt more of them and kill them. And then she would blame the dogs and say, oh, they were pissing everywhere, so I had to kill them. They were defective. And then one day, Destiny wakes up and hears pissing, and he walks to his grandma's room, and she's standing upright, just pissing on the floor. And then she looks at him, grunts, and then goes into bed and falls asleep.
Way more child porn on like platforms like Facebook than even on Pornhub.
Or fucking, this was the weirdest.
But Facebook's
Okay. God, this is such a retarded argument. Holy fuck. Okay. Pornhub is specifically for porn.
crime to enjoy kiwi farms. I think it makes you a little bit of a schizophrenic, but it's not a.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I think most of these communities have felt the burn from KF and what KF is willing to do to fuck with people.
All I know is I believe the person in that picture, the one he posted, is the person who did get doxxed for some reason, and he, for some reason, decided, I'm gonna let my...
Okay, Spencer, if you're gonna donate, fucking donate more. This increment of like 2 Australian, you're throwing pennies at me, motherfucker. You're throwing pennies at me. I appreciate the 2, though. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Like how unhinged is like ops are on KF. It's taken them like, what, 3 months to find not just her name, but be able to like confirm it with, then finding the date of birth, right? Down to like the exact month or whatever the
Oh,
fuck.
Oh
that's,
my god,
that's
why
the
is
other thing.
Diggers
Finding,
here,
like,
dude?
court records
Holy
and finding
shit.
addresses. It's a bit, how the fuck, right?
Oh. Fuck.
Some people are saying that he's
I'm
been
guessing
filtered
Destiny
since the leaks
tried and
came out.
failed.
Not logical.
Okay, this is
I think
fucking
so, too.
boring. You guys know that Ethan Klein changes title on new H3 podcast for the 3rd time and struggles to pass 200,000 views. Fuck, wrong one. Where is it? Where is it? Fuck. Oh yeah, here it is. The H3 podcast has lost 280,000 subscribers and 75% of its monthly viewership over the past 2 years. Look at this. Look at this. So what is his response to this? He goes on Instagram Live. And he starts streaming on Instagram Live, and he starts saying, "Look at my house. There's no way. There's no, like, what? CPS got called for no reason. CPS got called for no reason." What is right here? Next to the kids' toys? What is right here next to the kids' toys? What is right next to the kids' toys with the dogs in view? Fuck. Hold on, Max, send me that clip. There's a clip of Ethan like walking around his house saying how clean his house is. Can you find me that clip? Don't call CPS again. I disavow. Don't call CPS again. I just think it's so funny that this guy's complaining, "Look how clean my house is. Look how clean my house is." And then there's a piece of dog shit next to the children's toys. Do not send any more skulls. 3 skulls was enough. How much was it? 3? 3 skulls? 3 skulls was the perfect amount. With dog rape. What is this even? You just said this out of nowhere. You just said this out of there. What is the? What, you just said with dog rape out of no. What am I supposed to get out of this chat message? You've just typed. You haven't sent another one. You haven't sent another one. You just typed with dog rape. The dog's mounting. I think this is playing. I don't think they're raping each other. I don't think this is dog rape. The dogs are playing. This is not having sex. This is not what sex looks like. Butterflies, don't you have a child? I think you, out of everyone, would know what that sort of situation would look like. Thank you for the 2, Godspeed. I feel like you... Or you have a kid, don't you? I'm pretty sure you have a kid. I feel like you would know. I feel like you would know out of everyone. Sequence of 4 pondering emojis. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, well, this is not true. This is not true. I mean, okay. The issue is you need to fucking train your dogs. You need to fucking train your dogs. Okay? Obviously, dogs are animals. They don't comprehend that you're not supposed to shit in the house to the extent that we do, right? So you're going to have slip-ups, you know? You're going to have slip-ups. But at this point, Ethan has an obscene amount of money. He likely has a backyard, and maybe he could install a doggy door potentially. You know, so listen, I grew up with dogs my whole life. Fucking log sitting next to the couch, okay? So you know, sometimes the dogs do slip up. They're animals at the end of the day. Okay? They are animals at the end of the day. But yeah, probably don't go live to 4,000 viewers with a piece of dog shit sitting next to your kids' toys. But what if Hamas goes through the doggy door? Well, I didn't consider that angle of things. Okay, is this getting interesting yet?
To check if there's photos that have been edited, metadata shit, anything like that.
I haven't checked into that.
No.
Oh, okay. So there has been, so the verification is just that the screenshot exists. It's not that there has, you guys don't know of any like separate tools that have been used to verify that photo hasn't been edited.
Dude,
No,
holy
but then-
fuck. Holy fuck, dude. I feel for women. Dude, fucking hair ties suck. Holy shit. Oh my God, I'm gonna crash out. I'm actually gonna fucking crash out. I've had to fucking, dude, this shit does not fucking keep its like elasticity. Dude, this shit does not keep its elasticity. I'm gonna fucking shave my head. I'm about to fucking crash out. Holy fuck, dude. I'm gonna fucking go crazy. Oh my God. Okay, I'm tying my hair back again for the fucking third time this stream because it keeps fucking falling out and I have a fan pointed at me, so it keeps putting the fucking hair in my face. Holy fuck. God damn it, bro. I'm gonna go crazy. You wear hair ties? Yes, I wear hair ties. So when there's a fucking fan in my room blowing at me, it doesn't fucking get hair in my face because I hate the feeling of having hair in my face. I'm gonna go fucking bald. I'm gonna shave my fucking head. Holy shit. God, or wear a hat. I need to get a hair hat. I'll tell you why I can't wear a fucking hat. Because it's 100 degrees. I have copper doorknobs. I live in an old ass house. I have fucking copper doorknobs, okay? Listen to me, motherfucker. I have copper doorknobs in my fucking bedroom, and I wake up, and I go to turn my fucking doorknob to open my door to my bedroom to go into the downstairs into the fucking kitchen to get a glass of water because I'm fucking hot as shit, okay? And the tap water we have is very cold. I don't know why that is. I don't know if that's normal, whatever. I go to touch the doorknob. My doorknob is obscenely hot. Like, I'm touching that shit and I'm worried. I'm like, dude, is there a fucking fire on the other side of this door that I don't know about? Have I woken up in the middle of a fucking house fire? And I grab the fucking doorknob. It's hot. It's fucking really hot. And I'm losing my mind. I can't even wear a hat because then my fucking forehead is going to get soaked in sweat. I'm going to take the hat off. It's going to fucking pour down my face. Holy shit. Don't you have AC? I can't plug. No. Okay. I'm going to fucking lose it. Okay. I cannot plug in an AC because if I plug in an AC, it flips my fucking breaker. I cannot use my computer when my family is awake because if I do, it will flip the fucking breaker. So I am basically only allowed to use my computer at night when everyone's asleep. So when I'm editing YouTube videos, when I'm streaming, when I'm doing all this shit, it's either when everyone's out of the fucking house and nobody's using the electricity or when everybody's asleep. Okay? Fuck. What do you want, Spencer? Holy shit, dude. This is approximately $3 USD for the premium brand hair ties. They're worth the extra money. When your hair is long enough to get in your bum, time for a cut. Okay, well, my hair goes well past my waist. I'm at the point where I'm just about to fucking shave my head. Okay? I'm at the point where I'm about to fucking shave my head and just go bald. I'm gonna willingly go bald, okay? I'm fucking losing my mind. I'm losing my fucking mind. I'm going fucking crazy. I'm losing my fucking mind. You can't find archives of the fucking house tour? God damn it, fuck! Today's just ruined. Today's just ruined. I wanted to watch Ethan's house tour. I wanted to watch Ethan's house tour. Whatever, man. Whatever. It is what it is. Lose it. I'm gonna fucking lose it. I'm gonna lose my mind. Whatever, dude. Whatever. What are they saying on the stream?
If you just edited evidence like explicitly to try to make people think this, then I don't know what you won. You explicitly manipulated like evidence to try to discredit people.
Right.
Like that. Then if you're successful in lying to people to try to discredit them, right? You actually create convincing evidence of your wrongdoings. And then
I think the idea
you're
would
actually
be
discredited
that
now.
you guys
That's
would be
crazy.
able to be convinced by a Photoshop.
Multiple photoshops from like.
Why
that
is
were on public
Augie
accounts. Oh, I'm
RFC
guessing a lot of these
here?
accounts.
Why is Augie RFC in the chat saying TDD? What? Don't say that, man. Don't say that.
Publishing. Actually, I think. Am I crazy, or would you have had to have control of those accounts?
No, this
In order
is
to
just
edit the images
this
on
is
the
just a really big part in my thought process, because let's assume that Rose. Let's just assume everything is as
Why are you watching the
detailed.
stream?
It
Just call
does-
in? Because I don't even know what they're fucking talking about. What am I supposed to call in to say? You want me to just call in and just sit there and listen and rip the content? I'd rather just rip the content from outside the fence until I know if I want to call in or not. I want to talk to Relly. I want to fucking argue with Relly, dude. I want to scream at this fucking Relly guy. I want to scream and yell and shout at this fucking Relly guy. All right, I just asked someone else if they wanted to call in as well. I'll see if I can get them. That'd be fun. It'll be funny if I can get them to call in.
Very,
But-
very, very difficult to overstate like how much evidence there is.
Okay,
I agree
fair
with you
enough,
that it's
fair.
insane.
I haven't seen
I
the
agree with you that
totality
it's
of it.
insane.
I haven't seen the totality of the evidence, and stuff like that. I've just seen like some of the face comparison analysis, stuff like that. I've seen the some of the other shit. I just haven't gone into it that deep. I'll believe that you feel confident.
Dude, kick sucks. Holy fuck. Ah! 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 Kick fucking blows. Holy shit.
Into being able to blow his brains
Jesus
out.
Christ.
Can't bring himself to do it.
That
otherwise.
is dark, Dung Devil, and I kind of disavow that. Okay, I'll disavow that a little bit. That was a little crazy. Okay, that was a little crazy. Thank you for the dono, though. Thank you for the 5. Somebody said that he's just trying to ruin his life so it could push him over the edge to end it. And I was like, you know what? That's a little too far for me. Sorry.
Who's
Anyway,
live?
Dickers is just sitting, but Dickers isn't live. I feel like
Okay,
he can
never
justify it.
mind.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna call Dickers. Can I fucking call this Dickers guy? Where's this fucking Dickers guy? Can I just call this Dickers guy? I almost called the wrong guy. That would have been bad. I'm calling this fucking Dickers guy. I need someone to explain to me why Rose being 17 is bad. That's what I need. That's what I need. Answer the phone, Dickers. Go, go. He's not picking up, dude. He's not picking up. Who else do I have on my friends list? Junk drawer. How old was Destiny when he's sexting her? Like mid-30s. It was like 3 years ago, about like a couple years ago. Some mid-30s. Call Junk Drawer Gaming. I'll DM him and I'll ask. Junk Drawer. Can I call you? I'm on stream. Because here's my thing, right? I'm looking at this from the angle of I'm arguing with a DGGer, right? That's how I'm looking at this from. Okay, that's how I'm looking at this from. I'm looking at this from the perspective of, if I'm going to make an argument, I have to make an argument to someone who is pro Destiny and obviously isn't going to care about the age being 17, right? So when I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking, okay, here's my argument for why this is bad, because I feel like this is a pretty strong argument. Destiny has reckless disregard for the age of who he is sexting with. Destiny has reckless disregard, and due to this reckless disregard, he has messaged at least one minor who he did not care to properly verify the age and sent them pornography and then planned to meet up with them and have sex with them, right? That is my issue. The issue isn't with the fucking age, all right? Because does this happening, and then 5 months later, suddenly it's okay, right? When the girl turns 18, suddenly it's all right. No, that's obviously not how this works. If this happened the girl could have been 18. The fact that he didn't verify the age is the issue. He has reckless disregard for the people he is interacting with sexually online, right? That is the issue. That is the issue. That is the moral issue I have. Obviously, there's the legal aspect, which, if he exchanged pornography with this woman, received CSAM, and, potentially, planned to cross state lines and meet up with her and have sex with her and stuff like that, obviously he should be, the law should handle that, whatever. But I'm looking at this from the perspective of arguing with a DGGer. So I can't say like, well, she was under the age of consent. Destiny crawled so Mrow could run. True. Unfortunately, I didn't exchange sex tapes with a 17-year-old. I don't have that much in common with Destiny, it seems. Who do I have on my friends list that I can call? Poopot? Let's call Poopot. Can I call you? Let's call Gilded Poo. Let's call Gilded Poo. I'll DM Stardust. Stardust. Thoughts? Oh, Stardust blocked me! What the fuck? What the fuck? Stardust blocked me! Oh, man. Whatever. Whatever, dude. I don't have that many friends I can call. I need to get more characters that I can rely on. I need to get more characters that I can rely on to call. Smeth? Smeth. Should I debate pedophilia with Smeth? Do not call Smeth. Smeth is epic. Smeth is cool as fuck. Okay? I asked Fairy Queen to call, but I don't think she will. But yeah, no, I think that's a good argument. And I've had some pushback on this argument, and I feel like it's good. Because Destiny and DGG and all these people are going to do the whole like, but 17 in 365 days or whatever. And it's like, bro, like you got to get around that. Why do you use an avatar? Show your face. Because I'm not a looker. All right. I'm not a looker. I feel like this. Okay, dude. You guys are like retarded. Why don't you show your face? Why don't you think I'm not showing my fucking face, dipshit? Why do you think I'm not showing my fucking face, retard? Huh? Why do you think I'm hiding behind a fucking cat avatar? Fucking idiot. Use some common sense, dipshit. Dono gold? No. Unless it is an obscene amount of money. If I get paid like fucking thousands of dollars, I'll face reveal, but I'm not sacrificing my privacy. Especially when I am covering people who are known to dox. Doesn't sound like the smartest move to make right now. Tuna? Yeah, we'll call Tuna. I'm not opposed to face revealing eventually. Bro. Hold on. Big news. Big news. Hold on. We'll get him on call, folks. We'll get him on call. No, on a real note, I value my privacy to some extent. Okay, well, he's fucking not saying yes immediately. I'm just gonna call two now. On a real note, okay, on a real note, I value my privacy to some extent. And I'm not opposed to sacrificing my privacy. However, okay, here's the contention I have. I don't make a lot of money doing this. I don't get a lot of clout doing this. I don't get a lot of benefit from doing this. So I feel like sacrificing my privacy for very little gain is not really something I'm willing to do. If I was getting more views, and if I was getting more money, and if I was getting more clout and shit, fuck yeah, I'd face reveal. I don't care. But the sacrificing of my privacy, which I do value for like not a lot of gain, not something I'm willing to do right now. If I was making like more money, I wouldn't be opposed. Oh, let's call Gilded first. Gilded Poo.
What's up?
Why is exchanging sex tapes with a 17-year-old bad, Gilded Poo?
I would say it's a crime. And that'd be about the extent of my opinion on it.
That's all? It's just a crime?
Yeah, outside of that, I don't really care all that much.
So you think it's like base to fuck a 17-year-old?
No, I think it would be weird.
Define weird.
So you're asking two different questions. You're asking about porn, and then you're asking about having sex with a 17-year-old. In the majority of the country, of the United States, almost every state but 17 would be above the age of consent. So if you're talking about fucking,
it crosses state line, so it would be a felony still.
Oh, well, that's retarded. I wouldn't do it anyway. Like, so for me personally, like,
how much money would someone have to give you to fuck a 17-year-old in a state where it's legal to do so?
$15 million.
15 million? No, you wouldn't go 14. You wouldn't go 14?
No, we'll go 17 a year per, or a million per year.
Okay. All right. What do you think about this Destiny stuff? Destiny was about to fly out a 17-year-old to have sex with them, and then he doxed her. Thoughts on that, Gilded Poo? What do you think about that?
That's pretty fucking retarded, and makes me wonder, does he stop at 17? Does it go down to 16? Like,
it goes down to 15. He wanted to fuck a 15-year-old when he was 24. He said she had big tits and she was hot. That was epic.
That's news to me, but yikes.
It goes down to at least 15.
I mean, like, look, it's not that hard to convince me Destiny is a pedophile. I don't even like Destiny, so.
What about me? Am I your favorite pedophile?
Wait, you're a pedophile? I thought you were like a
I gotta go. Okay. Fuck. Hey.
What's up, pussycat?
Is Destiny based still? Can we trust him to make the video essay on January 6th?
Is he based? No, I think that he has a fire under his ass, so maybe he'll throw in a Hail Mary, try really hard because, you know, he needs to win people back, you know. But is he based? Definitely not.
What do you think about Destiny doxing this 17-year-old, which led to them finding out who she was?
I didn't know that he doxed her. He doxed her?
Yeah.
Is it a her?
Yeah. So that's literally how they found out who she was. I can send you a link to this if you want. So he says in his DGG offline chat, it's funny because they think I'm hiding stuff about Rose since she's underage. The only reason I haven't actually mentioned much about her is because I know it makes them dig harder. If they want more to go on, and he links a Discord like image, that's a Discord like attachment link. And then he says, she went to blank college. Good luck. So he provides an uncensored image of her face and what school she goes to.
Is every fucking you know the meme with the black guy and the Trump hat with the assault rifle? You message heard, Destiny. Message heard. It's like that community has got to be so fucking full of just. I mean, they're not capable of doing any violence until one of them suddenly is. He kind of burnt the Islam bridge though, so maybe he's got some safe. Maybe he doesn't have that many domestic terrorists in his community, just autists. But
I
still,
think
that's definitely fucked.
It's pedophiles, but they're like chill and they wouldn't actually do anything. But they will, kind of walk on the line. And then also it's like socialists, I think, is kind of what his audience is. But I guess I'm the main thing I'm just baffled by is the fact that he doxed this girl and then is somehow upset when people find out she's a minor. I think that's the. I can't imagine what is going through this guy's head. Why would you do that's like Epstein. That's like Epstein raping a kid and then saying, hey, by the way, this is their address, just so you know, go find out about who this person is. This is not a winning strategy, I fear. And I guess I'm kind of confused. This is like who was it that deflated their footballs, the Patriots or whatever? This is like when they deflated their football to like try to win.
I don't think that he's thinking very hard. I do think that he's just straight up like an emotional, vengeful, spiteful little cretin, right? So This is not like the idea of like 7D chess Steven is kind of the stupidest thing ever. I mean, his dick has more brain cells than he does, like half of the time. It seems like he's mostly like, sex first, vengeful spite after, then produce a narrative that makes it look like you were actually masterminding the process. But truly, it's little Benel, micro Benel, that's steering the ship in that particular body, I'd say.
I don't know if I've just not had good experiences, but I've had sex a handful of times, believe it or not, and it is not that good to be doing shit like this. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's something I haven't done yet that just kind of clicks. But sex is kind of mid. It's kind of like not worth the effort. I'd rather like eat a pizza Hot Pocket and watch like Criminal Minds. It's kind of way more up my alley. I don't know.
Sex gets a lot better after you get like domestically battered by a woman, because then you have something to prove. So then every time that you fuck, it's you proving to yourself that you are a desirable man to other women. Usually it's mommy issues. I think that with Destiny, it seems like it might have started actually with that.
With the
say again? What?
Oh, you didn't know that?
What happened?
So his grandma would kill his pet dogs, then adopt more of them and kill them. And then she would blame the dogs and say, oh, they were pissing everywhere, so I had to kill them. They were defective. And then one day, Destiny wakes up and hears pissing, and he walks to his grandma's room, and she's standing upright, just pissing on the floor. And then she looks at him, grunts, and then goes into bed and falls asleep.
The prototype for the infinite rape machine was the infinite dog killing machine?
Yeah, wait, people in chat don't even know about. You guys don't know about this? Oh, I'll find a clip. But yeah, no, that's real. That's real. That's Israel.
The dog piss auto kennel? What the fuck? That's
he was a part
crazy.
the dog pissing killing machine.
The turbo kennel. Hell
the
yeah,
turbo
dude.
kennel, yeah.
Okay, that's kind of crazy. I didn't know that fucking, Pupler. Didn't know that his grandma was literally Adolf Pupler. That's crazy. She was just churning through him.
That's how it's
crazy.
explained.
Okay, so was she an alcoholic? My dad was an alcoholic, and he once pissed in my bedroom because, it was where the bathroom used to be in the previous house. So he came home so fucked up once that he did that, and he never lived that shit down.
Here, take a
So
take a gander at my screen share really quick.
Old ass woman and kill dogs about it. That's crazy.
Go ahead and grab tell me when you're watching. I'll play this little clip.
Okay, one sec. Okay, hit play.
Like these, Destiny has explained he learned to be independent early on in life. He also learned how to detach. A story of particular note is his grandma, who, as Destiny tells it, would routinely adopt a dog. The dog would misbehave due to lack of training, and his grandma would put it down.
When I was pretty young, maybe around like 5th grade, I think she did this to 2 dogs that me and my little sister were like very attached to. I remember obviously being incredibly upset when that happened because they were like the 2 dogs that I liked the most. But then after that, I kind of stopped caring so much about each individual dog because I knew that it had like a 12-month timer on it basically. But one of the days that I got up to leave, it was like 4:30, 4:45, I heard the dog pissing in my grandma's room. I'd never seen it before. And this dog was taking this massive piss. And I remember that I opened my door and my grandma had her hands on the bed and she was just kind of like barely like leaning over and she was just pissing all over the floor. And she kind of looked at me and I kind of looked at her and I didn't say anything. And she kind of like grumbled a little bit and then she like crawled back into bed. And I left and I was like, holy fuck.
Despite events like these, or his parents mismanaging their wealth to terrible results, Destiny contends he had a pretty good life. While his parents...
Despite the dog murder and my grandma pissing in front of me, I had a pretty good life. I had a pretty good life.
Wait, hold on. Do you think this is why he became a carpet cleaner?
Oh shit. You might be onto something there.
Bro, Stanley Steamer, it starts at the core. It starts with the family. Trauma-based career path.
It's like germaphobes. They like obsessively clean their hands. You think he had like those, what are they called, rug doctors? He had a rug doctor. He'd obsessively like shampoo his carpet over and over again. He'd put like plastic over his carpet to try to preserve it. God.
There's no way that because he's like talking that's the kind of thing where even when you think it doesn't have lasting damage, that's like structurally rewired your brain, dude.
Because you think about it from the perspective of like a little 7-year-old kid, right? Like you get these dogs and you're like, oh, I love playing with these dogs. Like I love puppies, right? I love these guys. And then every year your grandma puts them down. And it's because your grandma's, they were misbehaving. They were pissing everywhere. And then one day you open your door, you hear the pissing. You're assuming you're going to find the dog. And then you open the door and you just see your grandma, presumably half naked, pissing on the floor. Like that is like, there's something in your brain, the synapses, the little Fallout 4, that scene where you go into Kellogg's head and you see the memories. Those are like, if Destiny had a video game, we go into his mind in Fallout 4. That's one of the memories we're going to see that turned him into like the baby kidnapper or whatever, the cybernetic baby kidnapper.
I'm actually thinking about it now. If Stephen King wrote his life story, he would have killed his grandma for pissing on the rug. So that's
like later or as a 7-year-old?
Really where it went. Say it again?
Like later in life or as a 7-year-old?
No, while he was a 7-year-old, because like he learned from his grandma. What do you do when something pisses on the carpet? You put it down.
Oh,
grab the hatchet, little Destiny. Grab the hatchet.
Well, okay. Well, I'm thinking he would use something akin to like a bread knife, so that way people would assume it was the dog that did it. Right? So he's using this bread knife because I'm assuming like Banel, that's kind of an Italian-esque name. I'm assuming spaghetti the previous night they had the baguette, the bread knife still on the counter, unwashed. He grabs the bread knife and he starts slashing. And then inevitably when the authorities arrive, they see these wounds, these gashes, and they're like, oh, obviously it was the dog. So then they assume the dog's misbehaving, and Destiny learns at that moment, you don't just get put down for misbehaving. You get put down for things that are above your control. This dog had no idea what was happening. In this dog's mind, God has just punished him simply for existing. So at this moment, Steven's both worlds, one world crashed and burned and another was born. And then in that same moment, that other second world that he had now learned to cope with has then again imploded upon itself. He's living in his third world where everyone's punished no matter what. Everyone gets punished ultimately. Even the 17-year-olds who he's soliciting for sex. Which is, I'm assuming, why he doxed her, but...
How does this get back to having a hunger for cunny?
You know, I don't know. You know, Destiny also did a ton of incest debates. Do you think this had a connection to the grandma?
Honestly, I think it's, I mean, it all just comes down to him just being like completely cold to base intuition. Like if we're going to go real schizo analysis on this shit, it's that he learned right. Can't trust fucking anything.
He was also molested. I don't know if you know that.
Code. He was molested?
Yeah, on Reddit, he said he was molested.
What's his definition of being molested?
Well,
Does he give more detail?
Like, he was touched as a kid. So I think the lore is, someone link me the Reddit post. Someone in chat link me the Reddit post. I'll take a look at it. The lore is, I believe, I'm going off of memory here. I believe Destiny was like victim blaming molesting victims, right? Knife point. Yeah, he had a knife in his back, I think. Like someone put a knife in his back and was like raping him or something like that.
Jesus.
But I believe what happened is on his streams, he was like victim blaming molestation victims, right? And people were like freaking out, like, why are you, like, they don't know any better. Like, what are you doing? This is crazy. And he made a Reddit post in response and was like, I was actually molested and my molestation was way more violent, right? I got molested way harder than all of these people. I know how it affects you. You're being a baby about it, I think is what happened.
It'd be even better, like at the end of it, and it was like, listen, I know that my molestation was my fault, which means that your molestation was your fault. I was asking for it, bitch.
Well, I don't know if he was asking for it. It seems like he gets very agitated when it's brought up to him. What's that clip? Connor, you know who Counterpoints on a stream with Destiny. He says, hey, Queeman, because Queeman DM'd Connor. He was like, hey, you know, Queeman. Hold on, let me get. I need to make this like suspenseful. Let me get one sec. Give me like 2 seconds. Here we go. Hold on. Okay, this is anticlimactic. It's not loading. Hold on. Fuck. Okay, well, now this is my plan here is just completely fucked up. Holy shit.
Yeah, just tell us about how like Connor snitched on Queeman saying something about Destiny's rape.
Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah. So he was in a call with Destiny, and he said, "Hey, Queeman DM me a question to ask you," and he said if I don't ask it, I'm gay. And I don't want to be gay, so I'm gonna ask it to you. And then he asked the question, "Were you molested, Destiny?" And then Destiny is like visibly taken aback a little bit. He's like, "Well, no, they can have their gay little fantasies about me. Doesn't make it true." And he's like visibly agitated, visibly upset about this. He never denies that he was molested. He never says no. I think he was raped as a little kid with a knife in his back.
I don't know if you still have your dramatic music playing. You did. You're not playing it over here, so I'm just letting you have your space.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can chime in if you want. That's kind of it. He didn't deny
Yeah,
it.
no, I mean, I think I don't care what happened to him or what didn't happen to him. It does seem like I agree with your base point that obviously none of these Destiny freaks are going to care because they're like ends justify means people, and that's the real thing that you're butting up against. So even if you like, create an iron defense about, this wasn't pedophilia, it was reckless sexting. I don't think they're going to listen to you no matter what because they don't see it as a conversation where they're willing to be appealed to.
Well, I'm saying like if I was able to talk to a DGGer, right? I would that's the argument that I would give because I feel like that's the one that's a little harder to deal with. Because I don't think Destiny is a pedophile. I'll call him one for fun because I think it's a funny insult, but like genuinely, I think he's had enough adult partners to kind of, I guess, skirt past the pedophile label. But I do think
I mean, I
reckless
think he's just
disregard is probably the way to go with fighting a DGGer, I guess.
I do think that he has the sort of like sexual decadence of your average pervert, and maybe the more cutting thing would be to say that he's acting as pornographer and he's radicalizing a 17-year-old into wasting their entire life being a decadent pervert, despite probably not having the money to satisfy that desire the way that he can. I think that that's, getting into a certain point, because that is the allure for
The
all of
issue
these
with that,
women.
I would think that's good if he knew, but I don't know if he knew her age while he was talking to her, right?
No, it's not about that. I'm saying that, like, when you're going down the ticket of the recklessness, I'm
Oh,
saying
sure.
that when he's just going around starting sex lives with a bunch of random people, he's not taking account of the fact that he is like a decadent pervert with a bunch of money and a bunch of prestige. He can just like survive. Like, what happens if Destiny gets AIDS? He's got prep instantly, turbo prep. He's got types of prep you've never even heard of. He could get triple AIDS. He could fuck a monkey. Nothing would happen to him. So if he goes around spreading that kind of like sexual appetite and perversion onto other people, I think that that's the more dangerous part, which is kind of what the problem with pedophiles is to begin with, which is, one, obviously you're a fucking rapist, but the other one is like you're typically traumatizing a child into becoming an adult pedophile. It's like this seems to reproduce form of sort. So it's just like I think that they will at least acknowledge the fact that like this 17-year-old is like being put into a really weird position where they're being paid to become a sort of like crazy pervert.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that. Do you think everyone is an aphebophile?
What age range is a phebophile?
It's like post-pubescent, right?
I mean, you got to give me like a rough number.
Isn't it
average.
like teenager, like 13 to 19 or whatever?
No, I don't buy that. I think that number one, so especially when people talk about the idea that like the natural preference is that age range and everybody just morally abstracts away from it, I don't buy that shit. I think that that's like, I think that there's an amount of evidence that people who are cognitively delayed, people who have like, really bad autism, like the people who keep getting caught in the pedophile catcher videos where a 13-year-old with a hammer meets a retard inside of a Target and chases them around while they, scream. I think that type of person is, the argument seems to be people are like, oh, well, why is it that dumb people who don't understand morals and social conventions, wouldn't that be and it's like, I think that they're just cognitively delayed. I think cognitively delayed people probably can have a sexual attraction that's in that area, but it's like it's representative of a problem. I don't think that that's normal once you're like in your 20s and 30s. I think that that like the 16, 17, 18 is when some people have developed enough that it's not a pedophilic anomaly that people are attracted to them, but they obviously then also have to have this like other thing, which is when they learn the age and they learn the expected relational thing, they're disgusted. Because I also think that that's the other layer of it, is like, if you're not grossed out by the idea that the sexual engagement between you and that other person is going to kind of, it's going to be bad. It's going to be like, it's going to blow up in the end. If you're attracted to the explosiveness of it, then that's its own fucking thing. I think that that's some people. They love the idea of like young love or whatever. That's more of female pedophiles, though. That's your female ephebophile.
Have you found
Or whatever.
your soulmate yet, Tuna?
Yeah, I got a fiance, dude.
Do you love her?
Yeah.
How much money would someone have to pay you to shoot her in the head with a Glock 19 Gen 4?
Not gonna do that one, actually. Don't think I could live it down. Think I would ruin my life permanently, and also kill a person.
What if they had the mind erasing ray, and you would forget that you killed her and you'd forget all about her, but you'd be given the money after? How much money? And then if you say no, they also kill her.
I really genuinely don't think, number one, that the person post erasure would not be curious enough to rediscover the reason I got the money. But in this complete fantasy world where there's a mind erasing ray, there's probably also some other technologies, whatever.
There's machines and gizmos and gadgets and whatnot in this scientific laboratory type deal, yeah.
Can you bring her back? Is that something that you can do? Is death basically gone?
You can clone her like Dolly the sheep, yeah. You know Dolly the sheep, right?
No, but I'm just going to assume they cloned a sheep.
They cloned a sheep, and they've also been cloning people for around 20 years, but they keep it on the down low, and they don't really talk about it a lot. But there are clones that exist, and there's like, I mean, we can get into that later, but yeah, there's clones that exist. They've been cloning people. But in the 70s, they cloned a sheep named Dolly.
Well, now that you've convinced me, and because I've taken everything that you said for the last 10 minutes with absolutely no critical thought that there are clones, I have no way of knowing that the one I'm dating right now is the original. So I think I have to take it for like.
It's like Fallout 4. I mean, we've kind of brushed on the topic of Fallout 4, but if you kill a clone in Fallout 4, there's a little microchip in their brain. You know that?
It's like drowning the witch. If she's a real woman, there will be no microchip. But I can't
but then you can
find out
clone
if
her
she's a
after
robot
and be
until I
sure
shoot her.
that she's a clone.
If only to know whether or not I've fallen in love. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I gotta do it.
Would you clone yourself?
How much?
Would you clone yourself? They have the technology.
Oh, yeah, I have no problem cloning myself. Why would I not?
What would you do with it?
I'd probably just make them slaves. I just have like a 10 person team of slaves, because I don't really want to create like a structure where some of them have to whip one another. I want it to be like manageable by me alone. I'd have all of them do all of the things that I don't want to do but have to do. And I would just I'd be so good at it too, because like, can you imagine anybody who's a better slave driver than yourself? I know their tics. I know their fears, their insecurities.
Someone in my chat thinks you're Grok. Because yesterday I talked to Grok about rape. Someone in chat right now thinks that you're actually Grok right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if that speaks to, I guess, maybe the type of responses you're giving, but I just think that's funny that someone thinks that this is a second Grok stream and you are the AI. I think that's it. I don't know what else there is to say. I touched on the fiance killing.
Man, that's all I got. You came in here, you asked me whether or not.
I don't think we have much more to touch on. We touched on Destiny's watching his grandma piss. We touched on how much money it would take for you to kill your clone wife. And then what you would do with a clone if you cloned yourself, like Dolly the sheep. They did that in the 70s. I think that's it.
Who did that? Was it China?
No,
That
it was
seems
like,
like Chinese activity.
Cambridge or some shit.
Cambridge is kind of like, structurally Chinese.
Dolly the sheep. They do like frog egg cloning as well. The scientific legacy of Dolly the sheep. Dolly the sheep clone. Yeah, there's videos of it baaing. You know that? There's videos of the sheep baaing. 1996. The sheep goes baa. It's like some sort of real scientific anomaly. They've cloned a sheep. They also cloned humans, but they don't really publicize a lot on that. There is information about it, but yeah. They've also stuffed it and mounted it, so the Dolly the sheep is immortalized.
Are we still talking about Are we talking about the humans being stuffed and mounted, or
no? Dolly's a sheep. They haven't done that to a person, I don't think.
They, okay. Suddenly you're buying, everything that the news tells you.
Well, I mean, what is the alternative here is something akin to there's a person inside of a sheep suit.
Oh God.
And I don't want to think about that. Listen, Tuna, I don't want to keep you sound like you're in a car. I feel like you've just gotten home from work. I don't want to keep you. I don't know.
I literally am in a car and just got home from work.
Yeah, I'll let you get to it. Thank you for calling in, Smile.
No problem, Smile.
Bye. Love you. God, what an asshole. That's a joke. I like Tuna. I like Tuna. This fuck ass sheep, man.
Her name is Dolly. 7 months old, she may not be the monster imagined in a science fiction fantasy, yet the cuddly Finn Dorset lamb may represent a major landmark in the history of genetic engineering. On an ordinary farm in Scotland,
Cabal call on Rellies? What does that mean?
After this, right? Shit like that. And so he decides to put this information out there because he doesn't care about doxing this person, to make anybody associated with Kiwi Farms and Kiwi Farms look bad. Yep. Turns out that either Kiwi Farms got the right person and he's shitting his pants right now, or Kiwi Farms doesn't have the right person and he's like just like raking in the basking in the glow of them figuring out the wrong person.
So I think that could be, that is definitely possible. That
I bought a ton of cup of noodles.
So
I have a lot of cup of noodles next to me.
I don't want to quite get into it on stream, like exactly what it was. I feel like it would take a lot to make this doable, like to do this bait and switch. I think it takes too much. I think it would take too much. But let's say he felt like he'd seen something that puts her over 18. Then maybe, just maybe, if he thought, like I said, maybe it's like, oh, she started college a year earlier.
I did actually. I'll tell you. So I got tuna. I'll tell you what I got at the grocery store. This bloody teeth person. Okay, I'll tell you what I got at the grocery store. I got 6 cup of noodles. 1 for each day until I go to the grocery store next. I got tuna as well for tuna sandwiches because they're high in protein, very good substitute. I got carrots and I got a bag of apples. That is what I got at the grocery store. And that has lasted me about 3 days. It's Wednesday. It's lasted me about 3 days. All right. Lasted me about 3 days. And I'm living like Larry. Tuna sandwiches are disgusting. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. What do you want to hear? What do you want to hear? What do you want to hear? Damn, you're poor. I'm not that poor. I'm not that poor. I'm not that poor. I'm like middle class or something. I'm like middle class. I need to put like a sock around my fucking doorknob, though. My copper fucking doorknob. Jesus. Bleak.
Or something, right?
So between the Willie Mack,
it would have had to have been very recently that he saw this information.
Well, yeah, he leaked it. He leaked it like 3 months ago, right? The Willie Mack interview was 5 months ago. So you've got a 2-month window where after the Willie Mack interview, when he's got a handful of nothing, he sees the information. It then makes him confident enough to go out and confirm stuff that Kiwi Farms has kind of already suspected. And all the other stuff where he's like finding this girl who looks exactly like her but isn't like her, and he knows that this girl's
Well,
going to be
he
17.
said, hold on, he said that was a
Well, no, no,
schizo
no.
theory.
That's the schizo narrative that I don't
That's not a part
actually-
of what
Oh,
he's
shit.
actually saying.
I just wanted to see what your guys' response was to that, because if he could find somebody to do that, it would literally be perfect. J-Stock would literally never be able to talk about Destiny ever again. It's the god hand for Destiny. Oh, this J-Stock? Oh, that's the guy who believed a Photoshop of this.
Channel is, they've put a bar on the channel. I can't even join. They've limited the channel. They've limited the I can't even join. This is so fucked up. This is so fucked up. Whatever, dude.
Kind of insane.
Whatever,
Yeah, you could say it would be insane. What I'm saying is that if that was the case, right, if he could just find somebody who looked similar to them, who had was in a similar age group to them, stuff like that, and maybe Photoshop some shit, then, or have somebody else do it for him, then
I'm sorry, if he went through an elaborate like conspiracy with people to like get other people to Photoshop shit and to like plant this evidence and send it to like the Kiwi Farms people and like do all this. If you went through all of that, I'm like, oh, you baited me. You won. You actually made yourself.
Yeah,
look
that's
like
what
a
I'm
pedophile.
saying. That's
Like, a massive W, I guess.
best scenario for him. Right, and I just wanted to see if there was anything.
Let me
beyond,
in. Let me
like,
into the
some
fucking
stuff
VC.
That could kind of push that in the opposite direction. But
Do you
yeah,
think-
no, that
so
isn't
he-
what I think is the most reasonable.
Yeah, he posted this just a short while
Oh,
ago. Do
Izzy
you think
Mandy
this
is
a
in
part
this
of, like,
fucking
a-
call. I got
like
this
a
guy on
cosplay
my
he's doing,
screen
like a
now because he's joined the
act
waiting
he's
room.
doing?
Look at this guy.
I mean, there's nothing I can really say / do. I still don't know
Look at
if
this
any of
guy.
the info is true or real. I have no way to contact this person, and even if it is true, the person like literally lied about their age to me. Age by 2 years.
Look at
to
this
me,
fucker
and the
that's in
leaker
this call
solo
with
just
me
never
right
posted
now.
Proof of her age because he was literally honeypotting her and sex trafficking a minor. Lol. Does that change?
Yeah,
how you feel about
the
this?
the more stuff that he says, like for instance, another good point that you brought up was him canceling anything else.
He owns
I
you,
don't know
dude.
when that goes
Fuck
on,
you.
but you said he
Fuck
canceled
you,
anything
man.
else, and I'll just assume that that's the case. But all of that shit, it starts erode. Well, it doesn't erode my theory necessarily. It erodes the theory that it isn't her, right? My theory could still be the case that he had significant reason to believe she was
Looks
over
like a
the
nice
age,
young gentleman.
but it's like dawned on him that actually that was totally not legit and he got lied to. But even if that was the case, I don't know why he wouldn't now play his hand and be like,
Fuck.
oh man, you know, I saw an ID last week or something like that. She really lied to me.
What the fuck is
Or
this?
I saw a birth certificate last month.
Someone's just
or
DM'd
I
me their
saw,
arts and crafts.
Or her friends
Wow, W.
DM'd me with like pictures of her in X grade and, you know, correlated that or something.
But he's got
Yeah, I don't know.
seen that in like a 2-month window to never have brought it up when he was asked by like Willie Mac Show. And also seen it in a way that he wouldn't be able to like easily like transmit or like share with somebody else.
Well, no,
right?
he could have easily transmitted it prior to there, but then just wanted to discredit Kiwi Farms and all these other people. He could have done that.
Dude, I'm like clicking my pen.
This is
You guys
still
hear this shit?
right
I'm fucking
now,
clicking
though,
my
when
pen.
the internet is like going
I'm
against
stimming.
him. I don't
I'm
really
fucking
see.
stimming. Okay, I gotta resort. I gotta call like chatters. Where's this neo-sick person? Neo-sick. Call. I'm ready. I'm calling this neo-sick person. Dude, I'm so mad. Destiny could be doing God hand. Destiny could be doing God hand. This person's fucking retarded. This person's fucking retarded. Okay, neo-sick. You don't get it. Hold on, I gotta. You don't fucking
Wait,
get
are
this
you
shit, dude.
streaming?
No, shut the fuck up, asshole. Shut the fuck up, asshole. You don't fucking get this shit. This is not
You
a
don't
fucking
get it, you
God
don't
hand.
get it.
Destiny either one, doxed the minor who he was sexting, or two, doxed some random DGG girl who also was a minor and he was also in private DMs with to get the fucking picture of her in the DGG merch. This is not a God hand. Either way, he's in private correspondence with a fucking minor.
Have you ever thought about both?
Sorry, what was that?
Have you ever thought about both? Both?
Go fuck yourself, dude. Fuck this guy. Holy shit. I'm pissed. I'm fucking mad. This guy's retarded. But this is God. If this is true, he's untouchable. He's untouchable. He's untouchable. Fuck you. Fuck you. Holy shit. Oh my God. One's to be fair, one's obviously worse than the other. To be fair, one's obviously worse than the other. A beautiful hot wife for Mrow. What? Why do you guys say these things? Why do you guys say these things? Jesus. Jesus. All right, what are they saying?
Maybe thought that, well, you know, I'm pretty confident that she's like probably an adult, but maybe I
Put
can like
me in. I'll call you if you have something to disagree on. I don't know if I just want to like chat though. What do you want to talk about?
He's pretty confident that it's their boyfriend.
I mean, I've heard that too. Sure.
They've had like IRL interactions, you know. Again, this is all like pure speculation on motive, but
Wait,
yeah.
He's had interactions with the boyfriend?
Yep.
Wait, no. The boyfriend, well, Solo has said that he's had IRL interactions with her, right?
Oh, I actually don't know. I think there's an implication somewhere. Honestly, he might have said
Also,
that to me.
he says that he doesn't want to dox Rose because that would have like big effects on him IRL.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, I want this noted because you know, both me and JStock have cut ties with Destiny, unless you have something you want to update to me, JStock.
Nope.
I couldn't imagine you guys rekindled your bond, but you know, both me and him did cut ties with him, and the reason I'm bringing this up is because JStock has claimed more skepticism over Destiny's willingness to like potentially throw this out there without high confidence, right? In her being over the age of 18. I have stated skepticism and that I think he wouldn't do this without high confidence. If it turns out that he did do this without high confidence, that goes to show even somebody who is not a fan of Destiny, who had a falling out with Destiny, that even I am somebody who does not have.
Obviously, Mrow needs a beautiful, hot husband. What kind of like content have I done to attract this type of what have I done? What have I done? What have I fucking done? I'm so confused. Where have you people come from? Where have you people found me from? Where have you how did I get you people in my audience? I'm so confused. Oh, whatever, dude. The femme audience yearns to ship Mrow? Do I even have that many female viewers? I can actually check, right? I can check the studio. How do I check? Analytics, audience. La 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 la. I have I have 17%. 17% female audience. W. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Also, did you guys know that YouTube has a like a forum function now? Did you guys know that? YouTube has like a forum function. So this could replace the or how do you access it? Is it only on mobile? Okay, there is a forum I think it's only on mobile. Hold on. I hate when they do changes like this. It's so fucking retarded. There is like a forum on YouTube. I think if you're on mobile, you can see it. Visit community. Yeah, it's this. How do I access it? I can see it. Pretty sure most of those are transgenders because you're liberal and horny. Okay, well, I'm one of those things. Okay. And it's liberal. Okay, you can't access it on desktop for whatever reason, but there is a community section you can view and you can make posts there. So if you're on mobile, I guess take advantage of that.
It seems more likely to you that he had some reason to believe she was over 18 when he posted the pictures of her.
That's it. Well, yes. When he posted
in May, when he posted the pictures to like his Kiwi Farms people, that was him thinking he had significant reason to believe she was 18, or that. I mean, the other.
I am very retarded, though.
She couldn't
I am
be found
very
or
liberal
something, or maybe
and lefty and gay.
I
and
can't
crazy.
remember
I would
for
say
sure.
when he made it public, he had significant reason.
Dude, I just realized we've been live for 1 hour. We have 75 viewers, 25 likes. 50 of you have not liked the stream. Okay, we're ripping J-Stock content for money and fame. We're stealing it. Listen, folks, if you have not liked the stream, consider dropping a like. Consider dropping a sub if you haven't already. And furthermore, if you'd like to support the channel in a more meaningful way, $5 TTS super chat, meaning if you donate $5 or more, your chat will be read out loud to both me and your fellow chatters, as well as the option for YouTube memberships and YouTube super stickers, which is an image or a GIF you can put in the side chat, and I'll display it on stream as well. So if you're enjoying the content, if you're enjoying the epic, funny stream, consider, leaving a dono. Goes a long way.
She's actually a child. She's actually a minor when those pictures were posted. I'm like, oh, weird. But I think you're saying that because I found additional information, right? So my read at the time, when this originally happened, was that he said she was a minor so people wouldn't look into her background. That was what I thought. That changed after a little bit. Yeah, it changed after a little bit. Just basically, I don't know. Yeah, it just changed for me over time. I can't remember exactly what did it, where I was like, oh, maybe he really didn't know. So I did originally think at some point that she probably...
Dude, kick sucks. Holy fuck. Holy shit.
I told him about it back in the day.
Okay. Well, I was just
if
curious.
That's what he was doing, if he was using my deduction to go on, bad luck, buddy. Sorry. It'd be rough. Yeah.
Also, it's rough coming into a conversation like this, especially when you haven't, read all the, KF information. It's like, you are, just by the nature of that, it's like, it's always going to be a little bit of a rough one, but, yeah. I think we're saying is, fair. Yeah. What's your read, then? What's your read? Obviously, I don't think anyone here, genuinely believes that she was, that just Destiny thinks that she was a minor, when it was done.
Much love, though. I'm gonna go.
Wait, I think Dicker's not asking you this question. Hold on, I thought Dicker's was like.
That's fine. It's okay.
I gave out my read. I thought he was asking J-Stock.
No, I was asking you. It's fine.
Okay, wait, no, give me the question. I thought you were asking J-Stock.
No, I was asking real quick. What do you think the read is that I guess this info is real? I guess with Destiny's behavior, maybe some other stuff that we've mentioned here,
Wait, what is the chance that the info is real?
That she's
actually is real?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Based on the limited stuff that I've seen, which actually may not be as limited as I thought previously, I'm not as convinced as it seems like of other people of the face analysis. Not as convinced. But maybe there's other stuff I haven't seen for it. I just saw one schizo zoom in circle post, and I'm not as convinced by it as it seems like other people are. But I also just don't have the full context for it, so I don't know. Frankly, for all of this is just a potential crime. So I just expect any federal authorities to probably potentially handle this if they will, and if they don't, then they don't. I don't think the general public is ever going to know.
Dude, this fucking rally guy, I'm gripping. Okay, this is fucked.
You're upset?
I'm upset. Dude. This guy, if Destiny, I forgot even his argument. I forgot why I'm mad. He said something like, what if the girl that Destiny doxed isn't even the minor? That's his god hand, because then you fell for the bait. But it's at that point, you've still messaged a minor. You've messaged 2 minors now. It's like, this is not a god hand. This is not a god hand, Pumpernickel.
I think I think Relay is I can't even say like he wants it not to be true. I think
he's sad.
He's trying to.
It's like when you figure out your uncle killed people in Fallujah, you know?
Yeah, you're just trying to find like what the fuck was wrong with those Fallusians that made them deserve it, right? It's like a little bit of He's starting with a conclusion that it can't be the way that it looks, and then he's like rationalizing back from that. I mean, hey, like it might not be the way that it looks. Maybe
I've been
there is,
watching
like,
the stream off
nothing
and on.
here,
I'm being more performatively mad than genuinely. I don't know what his take really is. I just want an excuse to yell at a black man. Is kind of the crux of that.
Oh, you don't need an excuse. Just go for it.
Well, obviously
I
would need something to yell at them for.
Oh, just make something up.
Oh, that's true. I gotta call Reservoir. I'm sorry. I gotta call this guy now. Okay, what is this? What is this guy saying? This guy's like so gay. This guy's like so gay. This guy's like so unfathomably gay. Really left, call him in DMs? Maybe. AWOL Hassan streams is just hours and shower. I'm calling Relly. You're not Relly. Rezi is not answering.
I'm not. I'm here. I'm here now.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. What? They said you were sad. Why did they say you were sad?
I'm planning on killing myself.
Yeah, I know. You say this every stream. What's new?
Dude, you're an asshole, man.
I know, but what do you want me to say, dude? Like,
why is it bad
like,
that Destiny wanted to fuck a 17-year-old?
Why is it bad that he wanted to fuck a 17-year-old?
Yeah.
Transmission of CSAM.
But that's cool.
No, it's not.
What?
Yeah. Mrow, like, you got real close to the truth at one point.
What?
Do you know what I mean? It's the sun. It burns you. It's like
I got close to the truth.
You got close to the sun, close to the truth, got close to the truth of why Destiny's bad.
What was the truth?
That we probably would have all called you a pedophile if you got boobs from that woman. It's like, that's it. Yeah.
But that would have been cool.
No, I wouldn't have.
You'd still like me.
No, probably wouldn't talk to you because I'd just be like, all right, bud.
Okay, well then don't talk to me now, motherfucker. The only thing that changed in that encounter,
You said
I
it was
still
a
had
joke.
intent. The intent's that what fucking
intent?
matters, dipshit.
You know, you said it was a joke before anyways.
No, I was flirting with her. I've said that before. It's like months old. Did you miss a stream?
I might have missed something in here.
I
but,
wanted
like,
to
yeah,
fuck the 17-year-old, Rezi.
Oh. Yeah, I thought you've been joking about this whole time.
No.
Oh.
However, I did not sex them. I did not sex them. To be clear.
Okay. So what was the show the boobs thing then?
What do you mean?
When you said show boobs.
Oh, that specifically was a joke. I was trying to do like an irony, meta irony or something. Yeah. I realize in hindsight it was not that funny. I realize in hindsight it was not that funny actually, yeah.
Yeah, I realize that. That's literally what I just said. And oh my god, okay.
Is that what you were referencing?
Yes, the show boobs thing. That was
Oh.
like the only part of that, because otherwise, like, it wasn't even sexual flirting. The show boobs thing was the only part that I'm like, you said this was a joke. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I kind of get
Well, I mean, it's like a flirty joke, I guess, you know?
Yeah. Well, no, it's like I've seen other things where that's like you've said that, and it's just like, okay, cool, you know. They
I
just had
guess.
less
Listen, I mean, like, I feel like, I don't know. Why is it bad? It's just CSAM? That's it? CSAM bad?
Transmission of CSAM, lying about the age. Like I think the lying about the age thing is like the very particular one, specifically because like in the court documents, like, yeah. I mean, again, like you can like yawn if you want, but it's probably
That was a real,
the
yeah, that was real. That wasn't fake.
yeah. So I think there's like an issue, personally, where you've seen the clip from No Jumper, right?
Sure. Just go off, bro. Just go off, bro.
Okay, so on No Jumper, he describes that on Facebook or something like that, he found these hashtags where
Oh,
so you have
that.
that.
Yeah, can you link me
So
that?
yeah, I have it in my doc. I can send you that real quick. Okay, so yeah, this was on May 25th, 2023. Which, you know, if you're looking at this, May 25th, 2023,
Sure.
You're specifically seeing him describe like these kinds of like issues that arise and everything like that within how do I put it? Issues that arise within different platforms like Facebook, Twitter, etc., having hashtag searches, which are then used by minors to then sell and distribute stuff. When it came to the stuff with Willie Mac, you have Destiny telling Willie Mac that Tinder age verifies, when in reality, he doesn't even know if Rose had Tinder at all at any point, right? She just said, "Oh, I'm gonna go fuck some guy off Tinder that I just met." When in reality, Tinder, one, doesn't have age checks. Two, she never provides, didn't meet him on Tinder. She met Destiny when she was selling her nudes. He asked for ID, never got it, and then just moved on with everything. Like that's like they have those DMs up too. I can send you that here.
I don't know. Yeah. I guess Destiny is ontologically evil.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I gotta go. Someone sent me food shops clip.
Is Food Shops going over this right now?
I don't know what they're doing. I'll keep you posted.
Let me know what Food Shops is doing. I gotta do my segment on this shit.
Bye.
Love-
Hey, what is this? I was given a streamable.
Cash business, then usually, yeah. Pixie, I also had a fake what? ID to get into most bars / clubs at NYC. No one really cares where your ID is from. Destiny. Oh. So this is why Destiny does not trust IDs, okay? There you go. Cash business, then
Because they can get a fake ID? At that point, okay. Dude, okay. If you are going to engage with people sexually over the internet, the bare minimum you can do is ask for their age. And then going a step further is asking for their ID. If they have a fake ID and they provide you with a fake ID, that is fine. Because if it gets leaked and this person turned out to be like 16 or 17, and you're like, hey, well, I asked to see their ID. They showed me their ID. It said they're, over 21. I had no reason to believe they were under 21. Especially, I never met up with this person. It was just sexting. Blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, you'd look kind of retarded and, kind of reckless. But at the same time, like, yeah, that's the most you can do in a situation like this, right? Just doing this gay, like, I'm not going to ask for IDs because they can be fake. It's like, if you've set the standard that you want to ask for ID and you want to age verify, then do that. This is like retarded. Food shops of all people. Okay, hold on. We got a dono. Let's hear.
Show us your ID so we know you're not a minor.
Fuck no. My ID's also expired. I should probably get a new one. Yeah, just ask for ID. Unless you're in an environment where the what is the term I'm looking for? It's like a bar, right? If you're in an environment where you're in a bar, the thoughts that are going through your head is not like fuck, I could be talking to a minor. It's like the environment that you're in, there is some expectation of the individuals being over 21. If you're in like a club, the expectation is that the individuals are going to be over 18, right? If you're in an environment where the expectation is that the individuals are over the age of consent or over 21 or over whatever, then yeah, I think it's fine to not ask someone for an ID. Or if, for example, you're on Tinder or a dating site where the expectation is that someone's over the age of 18, I don't think you're required to ask for their ID. But if you meet someone, for example, through like Minecraft, like you're playing a Minecraft server, and then you start talking to this person, and then you start to engage sexually with them, I think at that point, the expectation for, playing Minecraft is not that they're over 18. At that point, I think you should go a little bit further and verify their ID before you interact with them sexually. Obviously, this is like if you resort to interacting with people sexually. Also, this is just like a completely retarded argument. Remember to check IDs unless it's like, okay, how old was Pixie? Pixie was 20. Pixie was in college. Pixie was going to college. You knew her parents, right? You met her parents. You hung out with her consistently, constantly. So acting as if this is like, you are not in an environment where Pixie would have been able to use a fake ID on you, right? You were well into your 30s or late 20s, early 30s, whatever. You are in an environment where it would be impossible, pretty much, for her to lie about her age. Unless her parents are just perfectly fine with their underage daughter interacting sexually and intimately with Destiny, which I don't think would be the case, right? So this is not a situation. This is absolutely not a situation where the expectation is that this person has a fake ID or is a minor, right? So obviously nobody expects you to ask Pixie for their fake or for their ID. It's not a situation like that, especially when you know them in person and you've met their parents and you've talked to their parents and whatever, right? This is not that type of situation. If you meet someone, just like Rezi even sent me this clip because I believe he met Rose via the NSFW tag on Twitter, right? What is it? Twitter NSFW, TWT NSFW? Is that what it is?
I got this guy, this sex worker.
Shut up.
It's
What were you saying?
universe-
Joe? I have no idea.
Cry is like a far-right organization that was pushing the idea that there was a fuckload of child porn on Pornhub, when in reality, there's way more child porn on like platforms like Facebook than even on Pornhub.
Or fucking, this was the weirdest.
But Facebook's
okay. God, this is such a retarded argument. Holy fuck. Okay. Pornhub is specifically for porn, right? Pornhub is specifically for porn, and you make money from having porn there, right? Having child porn on Pornhub is significantly different than having child porn on something like Facebook, right? These are two very different things and two very different issues. These are not the same issue. These are two very different issues.
It's not publicly facing. Whereas like Pornhub, you could theoretically just go search the shit up, right? Whereas
Well,
like this
Facebook, no, there's a
but
lot
this, the child porn problem on Facebook is people sending it in the messages.
Yeah.
Sure.
I believe.
This is the weirdest thing I'd ever discovered in my entire fucking life. There was a hashtag. I don't remember what the hashtag was. There was a hashtag on Twitter for underage people posting porn.
Interesting.
Where, it was like TWT or it was some fucking bullshit hashtag. But if you clicked it, it was a ton of girls, like 15, 16. Someone was posting full-on fucking porn with hashtags. Like, holy shit.
And you believe it was posted by them and not by other people?
I didn't dig
seems
into it
likely.
that much. I'm sorry. I should have
Honestly,
DM'd someone,
I feel
I guess.
like
But
kind of like irrelevant who posted it.
Right? Just how he even found Rose, right? So if you know, and I believe there's DMs. Hold on, I believe there's DMs. Steven. Steven here. What does that mean? You guys know Steven here? You guys know that meme? What is it?
10 kids in 10 years. What's your favorite slang? Steven.
I think this is it. Yeah. Let me show you guys. Steven here.
Steven here. 10 kids in 10 years. What's your favorite slang? Steven. Steven here.
Hello, Steven.
Steven here.
10 kids in 10 years. What's your favorite slang? Steven. Steven here.
Hello, Steven.
10 kids in 10 years. What's your favorite slang? Steven. Steven here.
Hello, Steven.
Steven here.
10 kids in 10 years. What's your favorite slang? Steven. Steven here.
Hello, Steven.
Steven here.
10 kids in 10 years. What's your favorite slang? Steven. Steven here.
Hello, Steven.
So it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that moment. Steven here. Steven here. You're hot as fuck, but 18, WTF. Also, 1 day old account. Oh, well, I mean, I'm flattered. If you wanted to, yeah, sure. Preferably 1 year in ID, so I know you're at least 18. But I understand if that's too much, if you'd be uncomfortable showing. Yeah, that's fine. Just writing something on a piece of paper is more than enough. So he asks for the ID. He's like, hey, if you're uncomfortable showing it. And he's like, you know what? You can verify it just with a pen and paper. So, yes, if you meet a 1 day old account and they're 18, and you begin interacting with them sexually, I don't think it's like insane to say like, yeah, you should go one step farther. Because again, right? Here are the two situations. Here are the two situations that happen if she has a fake ID. Right? You either one, you don't request an ID, you don't verify their age, and they turn out to be a minor. You look fucking ridiculous. You look like a dumb fuck. You look like a predator, right? Especially given like your rhetoric and given the recklessness and stuff like that. Destiny is a predator of opportunity, whatever, right? Especially if you're in your 30s, yeah. I can give some leeway to people who are like younger, but if you're in your 30s and you meet an 18-year-old, I think there should be some due diligence there, maybe. However, let's say she does have a fake ID. Let's say you do verify that. Then it is no longer on you, okay? Yeah, it's going to be a little weird. You're going to get a little shit for it, whatever. But you did your due diligence. You looked into it. You tried to understand, like, hey, how old are you? Okay, I see your ID. I see that you're over 18. Okay, now I can interact with you sexually. But Destiny didn't do that, right? Instead, he didn't verify their age at all, and they turned out to be a minor. Right. Steven here.
10 kids in 10 years. What's your favorite slang? Steven. Steven here.
Hello, Steven.
Hello, Steven. Hello, Steven. All right. Is Dicker still on? What is Dicker saying?
Seems like other
Discord name. Fill out the
Benny.
fucking form. So I go back to Relly. He wants to have an autistic exercise in discussing whether or not Destiny. Why can't we call a spade a spade? This nigga is scum. He's scum. And multiple people have tried to tell you. Multiple people have tried to say it. And I'm not saying you specifically, J-Stock. I'm saying to anybody who's fucking listening. He's fucking scum.
Benny.
Okay. I mean, I think he's scum too.
Again, you let me know if I'm going too far. It's not.
Wait. Obviously, no threats and shit on the stream, okay?
No, okay. No, absolutely
Jesus
not. Niggas is
Christ.
doxing. I'm not gonna threaten anybody. I don't want anybody to get hurt. I don't agree with violence. Violence is bad.
Isn't that the gamer
How
guy
could
that
we
hates you?
expect
The gamer guy,
anything
huh?
Even resembling responsibility resembling caring about other people when he doesn't take care of his own fucking son. You tell me if I'm going too far.
Whoa!
Can we say that now? For years, it was like, hey man, don't talk about other people's kids.
No, I'm gonna keep the Nathan boycott on.
Okay.
I think the shitty thing with that is that his son is like his son's like a victim of him basically. I don't think like I get nothing out of bringing him up. It's just it like it only hurt one person. Destiny's got no feelings. There's like no human there.
I'm not saying it to hurt Destiny's feelings. I agree. He's a socio. I come on this stream and I've argued with Destiny in this stream that he's a sociopath and a narcissist. I agree. What I want to do is I want to hurt his ability to make money so he can hurt other people. I want nobody to watch him. And they need to understand that he's a piece of fucking garbage. So I understand you have concerns about his son. I don't necessarily want to use his son as a chess piece. I want to point out that he's always been a piece of fucking garbage.
Yeah. He has. He definitely has.
I'm listening to Relly. He's going. Well,
Relly's not.
He must have known.
Relly's not acting like he's a good person. Relly's saying that there must be.
No,
some,
I understand.
Something for
but
this is rational self-interest. I think if you think he's a total psychopath, right? Then that probably there is probably like a good. You should feel like that, right? Where's the self-interest here?
Well, no, I don't know what's wrong with him.
Okay. All right. Do you think D should be depersoned? What does that word even mean? Depersoned? Depersoned. Definite. Suffering the damaging or lack of effects of employment? What? Well, that's depressed. What? Depersoned. Meaning. Depersons to remove the qualities that make someone special or unique. I don't know what you're asking. I don't know what you're asking. Do I think he should be deplatformed or banned? I think if he's breaking TOS, he should be banned. Do I think he should be banned for outside crimes? No. 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 I don't think so. I think if we made it so, like if YouTube changed their policy to where they could ban someone for outside crimes and then Destiny's crimes fit the criteria, then yes. But just arbitrarily banning him, I think, is a slippery slope I don't want to go down. I think Destiny is one of the worst people on the internet right now. I think in a lot of ways he's worse than Bad Empanada. And I think everybody who's defending him or ignoring him or justifying his actions is a terrible person as well. Like Food Shops. Food Shops is a genuinely disgusting individual for standing by and defending this shit. I'm going to host Food Shops until they turn into an anti-fan. Then once they've evolved enough, I'll raise 2 to 3 more massive anti-fans. Then I'll get 5 of them to fight each other. War of the 5 anti-fan kings. Listen, I would love to think that Food Shops has enough self-awareness and free will to ultimately see the path. See that Destiny is a wretched, lying scumfuck piece of shit. But I am not at all confident in that. I am not at all confident in that at all. I think in their mind, they're finally getting viewership and they're finally getting clout and recognition, even though they're like a fucking retard with no like opinions. So they're probably going to keep doing it. They're probably going to keep doing whatever they're doing. Isn't food shops a nonce? Yep.
I
Did Lino ever send you that clip? No. What clip?
I understand, but
Hmm. None of us thought we'd be here 5 years ago. Man, I definitely didn't. I was definitely drinking the Kool-Aid for a period there, okay? Not great. It's not I can't hear it? Okay. Alright. People can't hear the music, so it's fine. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, I appreciate all your feelings, Benny. You say the things I want to say but can't. Okay?
Why can't
Say
you?
the things I feel.
Why can't
Because I don't like showing out. Sometimes showing out's the right response.
Oh, I think I
I feel like you
did
know
see
it.
that, Anon.
Yeah,
know
there
it.
is a lack of soy as far as I'm concerned. There's a lack of soy.
No.
Too much giga chatting.
Like the N-word. Why? You guys aren't funny. I will just be your pay pig. Oh, hold
Well, I
on.
mean, you say that. You say that all the
Victim
time.
donated $5.
1 second.
Destiny
Donation.
has somehow pulled off parasocial abuse. Every time we accepted one of his explanations for abhorrent behavior, our conscience is squashed and we become desensitized to narcissistic abuse.
Possibly.
All right. Fuck. What do we cover? What do you guys want to see? Can I what do I cover in order to get more donos? What can I cover in order to get some money? Should we just A-log food shops? Would you guys dono for that? Dono for food shops A-logging? There's just a couple tweets I wanted to look at. Yeah, there's this where Destiny, I mean, I kind of brought this up earlier. Destiny just doxes the girl. Then there's this. Let's zoom out a little bit. I don't know. I haven't dug into it all, but she told me she was 19 and there are logs confirming as such. If she was ever underage, then I expect all of them will be running to that solo guy because he was recording 60 plus gigabytes of porn with her. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Solo is bad for doing that. Solo is bad for doing that. Obviously. I don't think anybody's defending Solo. Then Solo says, anyway, she was underage while sending you the vast majority of that stuff, and from what I've heard from her, you were pretty negligent about confirming her age. Even asked for an ID at one point on Twitter, then saying it was okay / a joke. Which we saw confirmed in DMs, right? Then there's obviously just a compilation of the other messages. There's a fucking... Since when did you care about the children, except for Rose? By his kid. Jesus. Bleak stuff. Holy fuck. Jesus. Terrible. Terrible. Obviously, we've kind of looked through these, but...
Her name is Dolly, 7 months old. She may not be the monster imagined in a science fiction fantasy, yet the cuddly Finn Dorset lamb may represent a major landmark in the history of genetic engineering.
True.
On an ordinary farm in Scotland, scientists say a clone was created from a single...
Okay. Fuck. What did I say I was going to look at? Oh, yeah, the Connor ship. Oh, we can look at the Connor ship. Where is my... Yeah, this guy fucking DM me the shit. This guy DM me the sauce, bro. Let's look at this Connor ship. Counterpoints coping about Destiny / Rose. Timestamps 1 through 5 are short, just responding to donos. The last one is the meat. See the screen cap. What the fuck? All right. Let's get all these timestamps ready then. Take a look at all these.
Crisis.
and he came back on a different.
All right.
Nightwell Gang says.
Okay. So let's start at this.
Good to be back into the routine. Hi, Deus Halcyon. Thank you for your donations yesterday. Hello, Dan S. And I was just going to say, we got some. I'm not going to lie. I've been trying to cover other things besides Destiny, just to mix it up and make sure that we don't become a Destiny rewatch channel. However, truth be told, there's a reason why he's the most popular streamer in liberal news media. There's a reason why he's constantly the center of attention and drama. And it's because he gets into fights with other people all the time, which is what we'll be talking about today.
Okay, well, that's part of it. I guess that's part of the reason why the spotlight's always on him.
Real Shala, indeed, indeed. How old was Rose? No idea. 17, 18. Now, I don't care. Let me tell you
17, 18. All right.
why I don't care.
He doesn't care.
We already knew that. We've known that for a year. That like Rose was like living with her parents and all that kind of shit. So, well, maybe not a year, maybe November. So we've known that she was living with her parents and it was fucking stupid and all that bullshit. So I don't know. 17 years old, 364 days and 11 hours. No idea. And you know what? I hope that the entire drama of sexting random people on the internet, of sending homemade pornography to various people, of having it leaked, of getting sued over it. I hope that has been and will continue to remain a wake-up call for Steven to not be so hedonistic and nihilistic. And that's all we can pray for, is that he becomes a better person over time. So, anyways.
Okay, I understand Connor's perspective here. It just feels fucking, does it feel naive, maybe? Naive. It feels like, okay, you keep wanting him to do better. You keep wanting him to be a better person, to be better, to do better. Destiny's pushing fucking 40. Destiny's pushing 40, man. All right? He is getting up there in age. And every single time you've said, we can only pray for him to get better, somehow it's gotten worse. So, at what point do you just kind of cut your losses, you know? But whatever.
That is a super big problem. CPAS says, I can understand you wanting to support your friend, I guess, but working with someone sexting a 17-year-old seems crazy politically, but you do you, I guess. Well, thanks for that. Does anybody have evidence that she was 17?
What? You just said she was 17. In like 3 hours prior at the beginning of the stream, you said she was 17. All right.
Rose girl? I don't. Is there something new? Because you're not the first person. There's like half a dozen people who are like, Destiny's bad, disavow him now. So I'm curious.
Have dated then.
So that means 30% of men have had a relationship.
Sorry, did I mess up?
Yes on KF? Well, I mean, that's our first problem. But realistically, what's the evidence on KF?
Did I misspeak?
You're saying both. 30% of women
Have not dated.
Have not dated.
Okay, have not dated.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay, so that,
we get it. Sorry.
So if it's 2 to 1 men not dating, but women are dating, then the women would have to be dating.
Well,
the
between
same
that
guys.
age, well, no,
Right.
that's the age bracket. 18 to 25 is one of the key things.
Right, okay. So, but the
So
point
women
is,
are dating older men.
Oh, I see.
That's what's making up the
Yes.
gap.
I think Myron agrees with that, right?
Yeah. I mean, the reality is, average women don't want average men. They date up, and not only reinforced, but it's encouraged. Women are told to not settle. They're told to get the best man that they can get. So a lot of girls think that they qualify for something a lot of times, which they actually don't. And sometimes I have to be the reality and let them know, like, look, you're average.
All right. Well, let's go to the next one.
And we've got no young people.
Ryan Kugler says, has Connor commented on the story of the day, chat? Thanks in advance. Yeah, Steven's a pedophile, but your guy's evidence of him being a pedophile is that he allegedly sent videos to a 17-year-old girl.
Sent and received. He received. The big part of that is received.
Who sent 17-year-old videos back. But I don't know what your fucking
Well, he did clarify. I guess that's fine.
evidence is. We already knew Rose was a young girl. We've already commented on the fact that creating and distributing homemade pornography is fucking stupid. I think we've also commented on the fact that sending it to very young girls is fucking stupid. And I don't think that definitionally makes you a pedophile. It makes you stupid. I don't think.
I mean, I agree with that. Again, I don't think the issue is that. The issue is okay. Is Destiny a pedophile? Probably not for this though. Is Destiny, what is the issue with that age gap? What is the issue with her being 17? The issue isn't that a fucking 17-year-old is too retarded to understand what type of shit she's into or doing or whatever, right? That's not the issue. A 17-year-old is not really victimized. There isn't a fucking magic barrier you cross between 17 and 18 that suddenly she would have had all the foresight to understand what she was doing. The issue is that Destiny is like insanely reckless and negligent and should not be someone negligent to the point of like victimizing women, whether it's sending revenge porn around, whether it's sexually assaulting women, whether it's potentially interacting with minors in a sexual manner, right? Sending and receiving CSAM. So the issue here is not that she's 17. It's a broader systematic issue with Destiny. And I think that's what's being ignored. This is not someone you should want to back up politically. This is someone who is a dangerous individual, right? They're saying it to make Destiny look stupid instead of perverse. No, I understand what they're saying. Destiny is a danger. I think that is the crux here. Destiny is a danger. Destiny is a dangerous individual that you should not back politically or otherwise. And the issue here, Connor's like doing well. 20K sub channel in like a couple months. He's doing well. Connor could do his own shit. He doesn't need Destiny. Like in my perfect world, Connor would step back and become his own political fucking pundit or whatever. But obviously that's not going to happen. Destiny is not stupid. He is a danger. That is what you need to fucking understand at this point. You can only make so many mistakes before it's a pattern. And I get, the mistakes could be a pattern, but at this point, it makes you question it at the very least.
Like it makes you a pedophile. So I hope you got your clip, Ryan Coogler. I hope that helps you.
Alpha is only 40 million people. It is half the size of the millennials.
Sure. So to this, I would basically say I agree that there has been a lot of cons that have.
Gazippy says he sent and received. Okay, well, I need to see the evidence, but good for you, I guess.
Have come with giving women agency.
He's doing this like weird, like double-sided thing where it's like, yes, she was 17, but also I need proof. It's like, okay, well, I mean, whatever. All right, what's this?
It was the same PFP, different name, and then he was palling around for a while, and I don't know if he got...
Okay, I think we get the point of these. It's just going to be him talking about whatever. Let's go to this.
There's this quote from Full Metal Jacket I quote all the time. Inside every Vietnamese person is an American waiting to come out. Now, he didn't...
What? Huh?
He didn't say Vietnamese person. He said the G slur, the GOOK slur. But I stand by that sentiment. Inside, a lot of people are Americans. So anyways, let me go ahead and draw this. There was somebody who
draw it. Get to drawing, bud.
And they were being a little bit of a smart ass, but they weren't being like too bad. I think it was Jeffrey
Get your
Hinkle.
pen and paper
Boxing
out.
J-Stock now and not spicy. Right. So let me show you the accusation. Okay. So Spicy Chat is largely Chud's Discord, right? It's a channel in Chud's Discord. And by the way, I support Chud's mission of having a place that is Chud Logic, that is terms of service only, so you can discuss whatever you want to discuss as long as it's within terms of service. That's my understanding of Spicy, right? And somebody from Spicy can correct me if I'm wrong. Then, Connor, about the anti-fan shit, one thing you need to pay attention to is that would want to moral frog you. They have this moral supremacist when the people they had support follow are not that different. Sure, but we should still contend arguments on their face, even if the arguments are bad faith. And I'm not saying bad faith to moral frog. I'm saying bad faith as in they're not doing They're not doing it because they actually care that Steven was a gooner several years ago. They're doing it because they're trying to get all the people.
I also agree. When people say that, when people address Destiny as just a gooner or just a sex pest, I feel like that's downplaying. I feel like that's downplaying. The severity of what he has done is way more significant than just gooning or just being a sex pest. I'm a fucking gooner, okay? I'll DM women on Discord. I'm not above that. And I'll own that shit, right? But Destiny is not just DMing women on Discord. Destiny is not just horny posting on Discord. Destiny is committing multiple sex crimes that potentially involve minors. This has gone from, you know, gooning and whatever to something very, very different. And I don't like that people describe it as just gooning or just being a sex pest. I think that's there's something very different and way more dangerous going on that people should address head on, I think. And this weird downplay is really retarded, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like this weird downplay people do
around Steven to call Steven a piece of shit and to distance themselves from him. That's obviously the objective, or it seems like the objective. So, unless there's new information, I'm not changing my perspective unless there's new information, right? So spicy chat, Discord terms of service are the only rules. Okay, that's spicy chat as far as I understand it. I want to be able to see spicy chat, right? There we go. Okay, are the only rules. Then we have Queeman, who, let's admit it, Chud does want to have Queeman be his own entity. And that's true. I think Queeman, what does he get? He gets between like 300 and 700 viewers, depending on what he's talking about. I think Queeman, if I'm proud of 100 to 200 live viewers, depending on topic, I think Queeman should be proud of 300 to 700. So I would say Queeman started as a Chud Logic orbiter, but he's effectively his own drama YouTuber now,
Bro.
In my opinion.
Okay, you spin.
Then we got like K-Cord.
What the fuck is K-Cord?
K-Cord.
Or Queeman's disc? Oh, Queeman's. Okay, sure.
Here we go. Let's do a square. And I don't know Queeman's rule set, but I'm assuming it's similar to Spicy Chat. So I'm just going to put similar, right? Similar to Spicy Chat. Similar to Spicy Chat in that you can pretty much endlessly, as a matter of fact, I'll rewrite it, endlessly talk shit about anybody. I don't know what their terms of service are, but that's the kind of culture, in my opinion, is that you can endlessly talk shit about anybody in Queeman, and that's not a terms of service violation. Being like manically focused on a single person is not a terms of service violation, and it's also not like a community violation. They're not going to kick you out for that. And then J-Stock, in my opinion, is like the #1 Destiny A-log, right? J-Stock, and I'm going to put Ryle. I know that they're supposed...
Okay, well... I don't know if I agree there. The #1, I mean, hyperbolically, sure, but no, I don't think so. Maybe Ryle on his own. Dude, the KF thread like posts like fucking clips of him all the time, right? I would assume the KF thread is way more of an A-log than like the Gistical community. And to be clear, the JStock server is super, super censored. You cannot be like super edgy there or like super retarded there. You'll get muted and banned like pretty frequently. They pick and choose a lot, to be fair. They pick and choose who should be banned and who should stay. They don't really have standards. But you'll get banned from JStock super easily. Whereas like Queemans and Chuds, I don't think you would.
Supposedly not affiliated, but J-Stock got banned off of YouTube very early on. And so Ryle, in my opinion, they don't have to agree with me, but Ryle is effectively like, he is Destiny's like #1 YouTube A-log. He takes all of the J-Stock hate streams and he publishes them to YouTube. So number one, Destiny A-log, right?
It does.
And so what
Because
happened?
J-Stock's a total bitch. Okay. J-Stock does not often ban people. It's mostly the mod team. The mod team is super inconsistent, and it's mostly dependent on who's online.
Was that I think that everybody will agree that there is a substantive amount of cross-pollination between these three chats. And the reason why is because Chud Logic just likes to cover whatever, right? Like he's an equal opportunity drama frog. Although weirdly enough, he has distanced himself from Twitch and YouTube politics. And so as a result, I actually think he has less Destiny A-logs than Queeman or Destiny. But I think they still have like a similar like vibe, right? And so the accusation is that in Spicy Chat, I forget who this guy's name is. Courtnoy, Court Rose, Court something, right?
What? Who?
Is that there was a guy named Court something who was famous on
I'm guessing this is like an older individual.
Kiwi Farms. He was in Spicy Chat. He doxed somebody. He was banned. Then after he was banned, he came in on an alt PFP and he was allowed to be in the Discord for a prolonged period. And I have no idea how long he was in there. Again, I don't know the details. But effectively, the accusation is that all three of these communities they enjoy Kiwi Farms, right?
No, I don't agree with that.
Now that's not a crime. It's not a crime to enjoy Kiwi Farms. I think it makes you a little bit of a schizophrenic, but it's not a.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I think most of these communities have felt the burn from KF and what KF is willing to do to fuck with people, or the people on KF. Again, KF is not a fucking entity. It's like the people on there. Some of them are pretty extreme. Others are like tame and they'll just spectate whatever. But no, I don't think any of these people are like massive Kiwi Farms users. I think you'll find one or two. Obviously, being hyperbolic or whatever, you'll find your individuals in these audiences that use KF. But this is commentary adjacent, spaces. DGG and commentary have always been adjacent to each other. Destiny has used KF. Destiny has promoted KF. Destiny has sent people to KF. Acting as if it is just these communities, like this is a unique thing, I think is a little unfair. I think this is a broad internet commentary thing rather than just a anti-Destiny thing. This is a Destiny uses KF. Destiny has a fucking account on KF, which is already far more involvement than most creators will do. So yeah, I think this framing is a little dishonest, considering how many like pro DGG people also use KF.
Crime, right? And to hear the way that I've heard Chud Logic and Queeman talk about Kiwi Farms, they effectively say that it's a drama archive. That's what they think it is.
That is what it is, yeah. I would say a good, from what very little I know about KF, I would say a good, it's above 50%, at least. But a good, a vast majority of people use it as a drama archive and to talk shit. You'll have your one or two people that dox and stuff like that, but the majority of the people there are just archive content, right? And the doxes are a loud minority. I feel everybody on there isn't doxing, right? Okay, if you say slurs in the Discord, you can't complain when you get fucking banned, retard. Holy shit. Don't say slurs if you don't want to get fucking banned from the community. Don't say slurs in the Discord, okay?
Internet schizophrenics talking shit about various various characters, but it's a drama archive that hosts doxes and porn, by the way, because they had Pixies porn there for a while. And so the whole...
You say the N-word all the time? I said a soft A. Abide by the Discord rules. Follow TOS. No physical threats, doxing, etc. No spamming. 18 plus only. Abide by the Discord rules, buddy.
The point is that, like, technically none of this is illegal, right? Talking shit about people, getting public information, all that kind of stuff. None of that's illegal. But the argument, change it to red. The argument is that, sorry, let me,
That host docs is important. Okay, I need to rewind. What does he say there? Because it's not a porn site. Saying that it hosts porn is like a major aspect of what it is inaccurate.
Various characters, but it's a drama archive that hosts doxes and...
Dude, I get so mad. People use docs with 2 X's, and it makes me so fucking mad. It's a one... Okay, whatever.
And porn, by the way, because they had Pixies porn there for a while.
I think they still do.
And so the whole point is that, like, technically none of this is illegal, right? Talking shit about people, getting public information, all that kind of stuff. None of that's illegal. But the argument, change it to red. The argument is that, sorry, let me...
What's the argument? What's the argument?
Okay, it's fine. I want to do a new one now. Thank you. Okay. So the argument is that there is an uncomfortable level of familiarity between Spicy Chat, QuiCord, and JStock's community that goes to Kiwi Farms and basically gets that information, popularizes it within the Twitch and YouTube political community, and then does the things that we saw today, where effectively we had half a dozen to a dozen people.
Okay, I hate doing the whataboutism shit, but this is the same shit that Destiny does, you know? But what about this guy? What about this guy? Okay, I understand, right? Whataboutism shit is gay and sucks, and it feels like non-engagement. But I feel like I'm obligated to say this. What about Destiny? Like, Destiny has done this more explicitly, right? This is a case where you should lead by example, which is why, again, like I was fucking arguing in JStock's server in the Gen chat last night. I feel like people are sacrificing their principles and their morals because it's Destiny. I feel like a lot of people are sacrificing what they believe in and what they believe to be good and bad, and they're crossing over those lines, those boundaries that they have previously set, just because it's about Destiny this time. And I don't think I don't think we should sacrifice our morals and our principles to go after Destiny. I think, and again, I'm a fucking naive, idealistic retard. I think we should try to be better. We should strive to be better than this. You know? I think stooping down to his level, stooping down to doxing people, to promoting doxes, to spreading doxes, to doing whatever, I think is bad. I don't think we should stoop down to that level. I think that is a bad thing to do. And I think it makes us no better than him.
Who came in and they're like, oh, you know, Destiny's a pedophile, right? You know, Destiny's a pedophile, right? You know, Destiny's a pedophile, right? The evidence is on Kiwi Farms. The evidence is on Kiwi Farms. The evidence is on Kiwi Farms. And so what Steven is saying is, okay, you're my #1 A-log. You're the largest Twitch and YouTube person who has Destiny A-logs in your community. You're the second largest Destiny A-log / drama person. All of your communities are going into Kiwi Farms and you're taking a look at, you know, revenge porn and doxes and all that kind of stuff. And then when Steven and his orbit get doxed, you act like, well, Chud Logic can probably truthfully say, well, I have nothing to do with that, and I don't encourage that bad.
Okay. Again, the framing here is like really dishonest. The framing here is really dishonest. When people make arguments like this, and I don't know if Connor's doing this, I don't want to believe Connor's like a dishonest fucking loser piece of shit. I don't want to believe that. But when people make arguments like this, what they're essentially saying is Destiny is the only people Destiny have upset is Commentary and J-Stock and Queeman and Chud. That is the only people they have upset. They completely ignore that this guy has violated the consent of multiple women, which would upset people outside of this sphere. You know? They completely disregard that this guy has had years-long beef with Hassan, who again is going to talk about this shit. They completely forget about, you know, having beef with Vosh, with Mr. Girl, with fucking Nick Fuentes, with all of these people, right? With all of these people. So it is really reductive to just say it is these three communities that are A-logging Destiny. I don't think you can name it to one single fucking community. And I don't think you can control your communities. I think the best you can do is say, hey, don't do this. If I find out you're doing it, if I find out you're participating in dox shit, you'll be banned. Which people have abided by. You know, look at fucking Spencer Howard, who spread an alleged dox, which, you know, it wasn't a picture of his wife or whatever. And he was banned from Spicy Chat, right? There's not much more you can do. Like, what is I guess the expectation? Destiny has set the framework, set the groundwork for going to KF, for doxing people, for promoting doxing, encouraging doxing, all of this shit. He has laid out that form of attack, that avenue of attack. He is the one who popularized that in these communities, and then he will burn these people. He will fuck with these people to the point where they don't want to associate with him. And then, you know, Destiny will lose some fans along the way. They'll go to these communities, and then they'll, you know, do the learned behavior from Destiny, right? This comes from Destiny. Destiny is the one doing this. I don't think doxing was ever as popular as it was online until recently, in this space at least.
Behavior. Queeman can probably truthfully say, I have nothing to do with that, and I don't engage in that behavior. J-Stock and Ryle Kittenhouse can say, well, I have nothing to do with that, and I don't encourage that kind of behavior. But effectively what happens is a substantive amount of the content that J-Stock produces is Destiny is the most evil piece of shit on the fucking planet and deserves to die and burn in hell. Queeman also seems to have, I'm going to put it tactfully, a quite negative opinion of Steven. And then Queeman calls Steven a pussy for complaining about getting doxxed and harassed. And so, I mean, if I had to summarize what's going on right now, this is why Chud Logic hasn't been doxxed, but Steven has, I believe, launched a counter dox operation against Rao Kittenhouse, J-Stock, and his orbiters.
Okay, it's not counter if none of these people have doxed anybody to begin with. Like, dude, I feel like, and this is gonna be fucking cringe coming from me, I'm sure. I feel like Connor has so much fucking potential, and he's just wasting it on trying to fucking defend Destiny. I really do. I feel like this guy has an insane amount of potential. This guy is a good talker. He's a good speaker. He's a good debater. But he's just wasting it all on defending fucking Destiny. They launched a counterattack. It's like, no, there's no counterattack. None of these people participate in doxing. J-Stock has never doxed anyone. Ryle, to my knowledge, has never doxed anyone. Queeman, to my knowledge, has never doxed anyone. Chud, to my knowledge, has never doxed anyone. So what is the counterattack? Oh, it's because, you know, Destiny is being criticized, and he's getting upset. Based. Cool.
And I think they've also launched a counterdox operation against Queeman. I don't know. I don't involve myself in these gay operations. But the reason why is because they're effectively facilitating the Kiwi Farms community to be co-hosted and cross-pollinated into the Twitch and YouTube political scene. That's the
Yes, that's because of Destiny. That's because of Destiny.
accusation. I'm not saying it's correct. I don't know the evidence. I don't participate in. I know that Courtaboy. I know that thing was documented. That there was a Chud Logic person, or not Chud Logic person. I'm sorry. I genuinely apologize. I'm not trying to make a negative association. There was a Kiwi farmer in Spicy Chat who was banned and then came back under an alt. I know that incident was documented, but I don't know anything else with that. What did Destiny do with Keffels again? Wrote a manifesto and pointed and admitted that there was a hyper documented Keffels Kiwi Farms thread. Right? That's fair. That feels like an accurate description of reality. No, I mean, I'm happy to take any criticisms of my graph. No Nope says, if you aren't changing your opinion on Destiny, why are you entertaining these Jew stalker cucks? Because I try to follow the truth wherever it leads me, right? Jeffrey Hinkle says, I don't care about the gooning, but the doxing seems weird to me. Okay, I mean, I agree with you there, but okay, wasn't trying to be bad faith. Okay. Listen.
Like, oh, dude, just fucking disavow. Just say this is explicitly bad and he should not be doing that. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm moral fagging. What is J-Stock up to? What's J-Stock doing?
He's like trying to shape opinions from the shadows.
He's doing the same shit.
Very concerning. I need to update you on this.
All right. What else is going on? What should we look at? Because I'm gonna end. If we don't find something to look at soon, I'm probably just gonna end. La 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 la. Music segment. Top 10 favorite cat colors. I'm not picky when it comes to cat colors. I don't think people would care about the 40K shit, to be fair. William Extra's lying to you. I watched this off stream. I watched it off stream. I literally agree with everything said in the video. I watched it off stream. I literally agree with everything said in the video. How long have we been live? Only 2.5 hours? Fuck. 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 I don't know. Murder mystery commentary. Why don't you call in, Rosie? Why don't you debate me on something? What's up, Rosie? What are you doing? You're a freak. You know that? You're a fucking freak. How Trollzeus got away with it? Who's Trollzeus? Evil. Temp me? What does that mean, dude? Yeah, I think we're just gonna end. I'll raid into like Resi or something. I don't want to fucking. Realistically, I could just like farm food shops content, but I feel like that's I feel like that's just kind of just like lowbrow, and again, like I'm kind of bored of it, to be honest. I'm kind of bored of it. It's like I'm pretty much just gonna agree with everything they say because they literally have like the opposite takes of everything that I have. And there's not really much else going on other than like the Ethan shit and the Destiny shit, and I feel like I've talked about that already. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna raid into Resi. I'll just go work on my video. Bye, guys. Love you. Love you. Bye. Bye. Smile. Bye. Smile. Bye.